this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is a twofer, a scrap list Sunday with Laura and then Off the Wall. And this is the Pinterest board sketch that we're going to use. So you all know that on Scrap List Sunday, we do tons of different scrap lifting. Well, pineapple papers or crystal, here are all of the distress oxides I am going to use. I have it in slow-mo just so that you can see all of them. Stop it if you need to at this point. I left it that slow and then it'll speed right up because there was just way too many. So off the board is working off of your Pinterest. Now, Laura and I do this pretty periodically, and I work off my Pinterest board a lot. So I decided to join Pineapple Papers over, or it's Crystal, over on her channel. If you use the hashtag OTBWPP, she will play along and watch and look at all of that. Everybody that has joined on this particular day and Laura's channel will be all linked down below. And it's just to be able to pull. Plus the pin that I am using from Pinterest will be down there too. So I am taking the sketch part of it. I am staying pretty well true to this scrap lift. I got out a couple of my punches from Stampin' Up, three different stamp sets that are no longer available that I know of anyway. If I do find them, I'll link them down below. I have a good friend that is a consultant that you can go through if you were looking for any of the stamps that may be available. All of my stamp blocks are from Stampin' Up. I absolutely love them. I would never go anywhere else but those. And what I am doing here is that I am going to be doing all of this, and I do a lot of it off camera because this whole layout process took me 2.5 hours. I timed it. So all afternoon on a Monday so that this can be up on a Sunday. Crazy. So I'm just going through and making sure I punch all of these because the two stamp sets that I have came with punches. So I did do that. And then my leaves came with a die cut set. So I did those all off camera. So I just do the yellow first and then I come back with them all being done. So then we can work on it. So here we are. They're all done. They're all laid out. All three of the colors that I'm going to use along with the green. And it matches the collection that I used is from the Hip Kit. It's two of them that I combined together. And I did have to pull from my stash a little bit because I needed the colors to match my flowers. So I found a couple of papers that I know that was part of this collection. I just used them up. And so I just pulled my scraps from the collection. So there's some Sunny Day in here. There's some Dear Lizzie in here. There's some All Hearts in here. So I've kind of used a little bit of everything. But that's okay. That is why I wanted to do this. Now, I'm just getting the papers ready to go and making them look really good on the board, figuring out what length I want and where I want this stressed and kind of figure that out because I will do some mixed media on the bottom like it is in the layout that we found. So I am kind of going back and forth because I have to look at the board a little bit to see what they do. So here I am, I'm taking the three colors that I want to use at the bottom and I'm just getting them to blend a little bit on the bottom. Now, I will tell you this, by using this piece of paper on the background, the spreading of the water didn't work as well as I wanted it to. So I'm letting you know that on regular cardstock paper, it works wonderful. On pattern paper like this, it does not, because you barely can see it. It doesn't come to life like it does on pattern paper. So then I go in and I try to do a little bit of splattering. And because the splattering does not have any gesso, you really can't see that either. But it's okay, I promise you, because I do come back in with some splatters at the end to make it look better. So I hope that you are always loving everything over at Pineapple Papers. I will link, like I said, I'll link everybody down below, but then she has been going strong. Now this is going up on the 14th, so she has a layout every day and will continue every day in the month of July. So you definitely have to go over and check out how she finds all these little Pinterest board inspiration and uses them with her layout. She's done prior to this date, I know that she has done some craft stuff with some wood, and it's not always a paper, a paper layout, like a 12 by 12 layout. She has found some other boards to use as well. So make sure that you go check her out. Obviously, make sure that you go check out Laura to see her take on the Pinterest board that we found together. I think I found this one first, but her and I always love florals, and it works out well. So anything that we have found, and we do challenge each other, because the one that we have at the end of the month is a real challenge. I will let you know that. That one is a good one. So if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, or Laura's channel, make sure that you subscribe to ours. Plus, anybody that is following Off the Board, go follow them too, because we all have content and we all love doing this for you guys. So now, finally, I am getting to the point where I am embellishing. Now, I do know that I'm a little bit off camera and you can't quite see the bottom yet, but once I get all of the flowers and everything stuck down and it all looks good and all of that, then you will see that how it comes together with all of the other stuff that I do. And then once I get into the embellishments, I'll explain the photos that I'm using. So also on top of this, not only did I do Off the Board, the hashtag OTBWPP, and the Scrap Lift Sunday, last month in June, I did one of the team challenges over at the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. And it was to pull inspiration from our team. So I pulled splatters from the people that I ramble off was on my team. So I pulled splatters from Becky, which I do. The stamping is all of the stamped flowers that are up on top. That was from Desiree. The multi-pattern paper is from Naomi, which you can tell I don't have anything on here other than what my flowers got put on. And then I pulled monochromatic from Amy, which you will see that when I get started on the embellishments and everything that's in the blue will be blue, everything in the yellow will be yellow, everything in the pink will be pink. And I do try to keep it as much as possible. There's a few pieces like the green for the leaves are in all three spots. But she also did that on this layout as well. So I pretty much followed this, and I absolutely love how this turned out. I got out some thread that matches. I do a little bit of a velvety color, because I do know that you're probably thinking, well, Miranda, two of those colors that you pulled are like purplish. But it matches, it pulls, for some odd reason, these two distress oxides that I use for what should have been purple. Every time I pulled out a pink layout or pink paper for it or pink whatever, it matched the flowers. So it really pulled that pink out of those two distress oxides. So that worked out wonderful. But yeah, so everything that I've done, I wrapped in a heck of a lot of stuff in here, and I absolutely love how this lays out. Not only did Laura and I do an amazing job on scrap lifting for this particular Sunday, I also helped out two of my best friends. I absolutely love Crystal online. I mean, we've never met in person, but I just love her personality. She's amazing. Laura's amazing too. And then, scrapping like on an online crop is amazing because you get to know them. And when Christina wanted to do team challenge, or team challenges for the crop, I was like, yeah, let's go with it. And I got to know Desiree and all of the Amy. Well, I know Amy, Desiree and Becky a little bit more, and Naomi is new, and I got to know her. So I absolutely love doing this. It is something, that is one thing I will tell you, that if you can ever collaborate with friends, whether it's online, get to know them, even if it is an online basis like most of my friends are for the scrapping industry anyway, it is one of those things that you want, because you can reach out to them for inspiration and, just all of that kind of stuff in general. So I did two different sizes of flowers. So I did these big sizes that you see, and then all of those little flowers that you see, and the little leaves that are still on my little diamond shaped trays there. All of those get put on, but I do them off camera and then come back. Because like I said, I timed this booger with everything that I've done off camera and on camera. It took me 2.5 hours, but it's because I did a lot of punching and, you know, stamping and all of that with 3 different sets of colors technically 4, because the leaves are all one color and all of that. So there it is done. So now I picked out all the papers that matched blue-ish tones. I didn't care if they were light blue, dark blue, whatever, it works. Some of the papers had obviously some pinks in there, which is okay because it's, you know, on this layout anyway. So I didn't mind it. I stayed as true as possible to the colors, but for the most part I do add a few little other odds and ends for colors wise into this monochromatic style layout. So the photographs. I have 2 more layouts left of when we went to Cologne in Germany. These are I've got one more other photo to do. Yeah, I have one more other photo to do, and it's while we were at the zoo. This elephant, she still has this elephant. She absolutely loves her stuffies. She loves the stuffies. It doesn't matter. So Kaylin had to get a stuffy while we were at, and I'm telling you, all I have to do is bring home a stuffy and she's excited. I can spend $2 on that stuffy and she screams like she won the $1 million. But it's okay. I love her. I still love her. It's the best. And then this other photo that I'm working with is Josh and Kaylin looking at something. I don't even know what they're looking at. I just loved how this photo turned out, and I wanted to use it on this because I wanted it to leave it with, you know, like daddy and daughter type of thing for this. So I did get out 3 of the bows. I had these already planned for another layout that I was going to use. Well, they didn't match, or it didn't work on that layout, so I put them on here and they work because one is pink, one is yellow, and one is blue. So now I'm going through all of the pieces that I have, the ephemera pieces, and get them all put down. I do, again, cut out here and turn off the camera for a minute, or like cut out the piece where I glue everything down so that you can still see what I am doing, because this video is kind of a longer one, which honestly, I personally don't care how long the videos are. I know that there's a lot of people out there that they'll only watch a certain amount. I don't care. I know that this is a 16-minute video, so if you're still here, thank you. I love y'all for that. And talking about the viewers, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am so glad that you are here. I hope that you hit that subscribe and that bell to be able to get all of the notifications, because I do go about 2 to 3 times a week up on my channel, as well as just tons of different collaborations and a couple of my design teams. There, it is all glued and done. So now this is the rounding of me doing my splatters. It's just putting on the rest of my hearts. I do the monochromatic. I'm almost done with those hearts. Can you believe it? I'm almost done. I am ecstatic for this heart business to be done. I do grab out 3 shimmers. They're all vibes that are for this collection, or for this that matches. One is a cotton candy, I think. My sunset strip is my gold, and Snow Wayman for my blue. And if you are a returning subscriber, thanks. I'm so glad to have you here. Obviously, you guys all love this. I love that you guys leave comments. So if there's any questions, comments, or any of that sort, go ahead and leave them down below, and I will definitely answer your back. And here now the splatters are it. And then that's pretty much it. I do know that the still shots are coming up. Make sure, honestly, just check the description and go check whoever's on there, whether it's Laura or Crystal, or check out the pin that you want to do this collection and this layout. I had tons of inspiration today that gave this to me, and this layout just turned absolutely lovely. I'm still looking at it till this day. It's still on my desk because I just don't want to put it away at this point. But at the end of the day, here are the still shots. They're coming up, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.